Hi teacher, with this opportunity I want to do the review of one of the most attractive books I have read. After starting with this review, I want to tell you about some information which I consider is really important to take into account for this oral presentation. Well, we have to know first of all that I am going to present this review about the book which is called The Inferno by Dan Brown, and the Da Vinci Code is one of the reference of the book. We have to know also, first of all, The Inferno is a book about mystery, and it was published in 1913. It's a novel by the American author Dan Brown. We have to know also this series is about angels and demons. This book was published exactly on May 2013. This book was a film adaptation. It was on October 28. It was an adaptation that was released in the United States. Now I would like to summarize from the chapter 1 until the chapter 6. Before presenting each one of the chapter, I have to say that are presenting some characters which are really important during the whole reading of this book. First of all, we have to take into account to the principal character who is London, but also we can find in each one of the chapter some women, the doctors, and some other people who are trying to give a medical system to London, but also while London is experimenting that vision in his imagination, he can identify some bodies and a woman who apparently is really beautiful, but uh, really she is a demon. After in the chapter 1, we have to know that Landon wake up really astonished because he just had a bad experience with a horrible woman. But also we have to identify in the fifth chapter that he wake up in a hospital, but in that moment he didn't know where he was. When he was seeing around that situation in the vision, uh, he could identify some bodies squirming in the excrement. That was a bad situation. After that vision, he didn't have any idea why he was in that place. That was a confused situation. In that moment, Landon woke up and started crying in the hospital. That was a terrible situation because he didn't have any idea why he was in that place. But even though the doctors and the different people who were in that place trying to say him, calm down please, everything will be okay, suddenly he was sat in the hospital calling for a doctor. He didn't know anybody because he had lost his memory. He tried to remember, but he couldn't. It was impossible for him. This is a little review of this book. This book for me, in which we have to affront difficult moments in where we have to know what to do to get away or to stay in the same place. Also, I recommend you this book because in this book is presented some alternative which I consider are important to learn for future difficult situations. And finally, we have to know that in this book we can identify some characters whom characteristics are going to be developed, presenting some episodes, some moments during the rest reading of the book. For example, the first one is Robert Langdon, the second one Felicity, Sienna Brooks, Bertrand Sorbist, Christophe Bruder, the Provost, Vieta, Jonathan Ferris, Marta Alvarez, Ignacio Bassani, Etorvio, and Mirsat. Well, I hope you enjoy this book because it's really interesting to be read, and also because this book increase our knowledge, especially we as foreign language students. Bye.